I should have got a Thanksgiving background, but I forgot.
It's all right. We do have a Thanksgiving background. We got Hogatha.
That's true. All right, so welcome back to another episode of the Unframe of Mind show, where we have uncomfortable conversations without a condom. And we're going to go ahead and take a moment to get the show shared out. If you could do us a favor and tell your friends about us and tell them to hop on in. We're going to have a great time with our friend and frequent guest, Hogatha.
All right, we're getting all that shared out.
And Hogatha,
Yes.
I know I haven't introduced you yet, but just while we're waiting on people to load in, if you will start thinking about reasons why Humpty Dumpty is offensive, be prepared with those. Just a quick brainstorm.
Good. Thanks for
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I just sent you the link, Hogatha.
All right, link is out. We're fixing to share. And I don't have my... There we go. Alrighty. So...
Turn this down.
I love how Goodnight Alt-Right, that great page, called us a low-energy Joe Rogan-esque show. I don't know if I'm... insulted or feel like it was a compliment for that.
I think it's a bit of both. Would you not? Would you not say?
I feel like our show is more of a Stefan Molyneux-ish type of thing with guttural humor, you know.
It depends on who you ask, I guess.
That's true. I guess I don't know, but being compared with Joe Rogan in any regard, I take that as a compliment.
Hey, there's some guests that we've had on our show that it's actually been on Joe Rogan, so
yeah,
can't complain too much about that.
That's true. I'm not complaining. I'm not.
All right, let me get this one last shouting out.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to another episode of the Unframe of Mind show, where we have uncomfortable conversations without a condom. I'm your host, Daniel Wagner.
Anthony Trawick.
All right, and today we're going to be speaking with our frequent guest and longtime friend, Miss Hogatha. So in just a moment, after we run the intro, we will introduce you to her.
We'll do a little house cleaning first.
Little housekeeping. So Here we go. All right.
You're listening to the Unframe of Mind show, the place to have the most mind-stretching, unprotected, intellectual intercourse of your life. Your hosts battle the forces of evil by lobbing fiery balls of truth, reason, and evidence over safe room walls.
And welcome back.
What's up, homie?
Here we go. I'm excited for this one. These are one of the shows that I really look forward to because you already don't know where the show's going to go normally.
When Hogatha's on,
but I'm just talking under normal circumstances.
Okay.
You don't really know where we're gonna go. But when you have Hogatha on, now you have you're just sitting in a plate of spaghetti and just trying to figure out which one you want to eat first. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well, before we get started, we have a little housekeeping that we're going to attend to before we get into talking with Hogatha.
Yes. So just to be clear, we're doing a kind of not impromptu Wednesday show today, but just because this is when it worked out for Billy and Hogatha, rather. Sorry.
Right.
And so we're here. What we will not be doing is a live show on Friday. However, we will be Anthony and I will be recording a conversation tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll go out Friday.
To be released Friday. So we will still have something for you guys to watch then. Not even sure what that is just yet, but I have some ideas, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're why are you all so low? I guess we're low in the screen. It's probably for our guest. The camera's a little low, I think. I hope she's not talking about the volume because that would be terrible.
It could be the volume.
What is it? Volume? No. Okay.
If it's volume, let us know.
Yep, pretty much. So, other than that, we're going to be doing a couple more live shows before the holiday season, and then we'll be taking a break. No, it was volume. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was on her. Okay, good. Thank you for the clarification. Great. All right. So anyway, we're going to be doing a couple more live shows, and then we're taking a small break for a few weeks for Christmas, New Year's, because that time of year gets super hectic, and I know you guys are busy, and we're busy, and it's just much easier if we just kind of take this off our plate, take a break, and it gives us a chance to refresh and come back ready to go for the new season.
Yep.
So,
and then we also have a song coming out that it was a lot of fun to put together, which is Frosty the Snowman Got the Rona. So it's a little parody that we did. We did one last year. We did Moist Christmas instead of White Christmas. So be on the lookout for Frosty the Snowman Got the Rona, which is going to drop Thanksgiving Day. So now that we've gotten everything pretty much squared away as far as housekeeping is concerned, we like to welcome back a frequent guest.
No, we're missing one more housekeeping item.
Uh-oh.
Stay tuned after the show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
After the show, Hogatha has agreed to be a guest for our private group member only Zoom calls that we have. It's just you have to be a member of our group to get access to the links. So those links are listed right now in the description. It'll be for our Discord. It'll be for our Telegram. If you are on our Facebook group page, you can get there. I'll send it there too, but the most likely place you'll get it is Telegram, Discord. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subscribed to that on one or both of those links, and we'll make sure to get you guys that link so that you can come on and talk with Hogatha.
Actually, talk to Hogatha. There will be a set time limit for each person to say hello. So roughly about 2 minutes, you'll have the opportunity.
So on with the show, introducing our guest, Miss Hogatha.
Hey, Hogatha, how you been?
Hi, you guys. How are you doing?
Good. It looks like you kind of addressed for the FATSgiving show that we're having this evening.
Well, yeah, I just want to be a little festive, and honor the Native Americans. I mean, nobody really honors them. They're more into the pilgrims and turkey and apple pie and pumpkin pie. No one ever talks about the Native Americans.
And I came prepared, dressed as a hunter. I'm going to go out turkey hunting. You have a feather, I have a gun. Maybe we'll have a little fun with some role play. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! As long as there's lube involved, I'm good.
Lube?
Well, we just cut right to the chase, didn't we? Not even 2 minutes into talking to Hogatha, we're already talking about lube and
I'm concerned with
stroking each other's barrels when it comes to guns.
I'm concerned with how quickly.
You got a big gun there, Daniel?
It's not as big as I'd like it to be.
He's got a little pew pew.
It does.
A pea shooter.
He's got a pea shooter.
Pew pew. Yes,
pew pew.
Absolutely. That's how I roll.
Oh man!
Now that we're done talking about the length of my gun and girth,
It's just all fun.
So how have you been? It's been a little while since we've had you on and had a chance to touch base with you. And I know you've been struggling with some things, and you've succeeded in some areas and had setbacks in others. And I was just kind of curious if you can kind of update us on how you've been.
I've been great. Today me and Marquina, if you people know who Marquina is, my trans wife. But right now she's identifying as a heterosexual male. But we went out with a friend today, and they're a couple of homosexuals. And I don't judge anybody. I don't care what men do, with their bottoms and stuff. And I met my friend, and we had a conversation which was quite odd. He recently had an anal fissure removed from his butt. And I'm not, I say things that a lot of people think I'm kidding, but I'm telling you, this is what happened. He actually requested the doctor release his butthole so it would make sex easier so he would not get anal fissures. Isn't that odd?
What is anal? What now?
It's an anal fissure.
What is that?
Apparently what happens is the anus tears during sex, and then it will reheal and create a big piece of scar tissue.
Oh.
And I don't, I know, the vagina is meant for that stuff, but so apparently he also has a bidet, and he said he got a hemorrhoid using it.
A hemorrhoid using a bidet?
Because he power washed his bottom, and apparently it created some kind of hemorrhoid.
Dude, how long do you need to be pressure washing your ass to get a hemorrhoid?
Apparently a long time.
Well, plus he puts things in there and takes them out, nightly, apparently with his boyfriend. So it just creates a problem. So I just want to say to the homosexuals out there, I'm really sorry that you suffer with those ailments. But yeah, today we discussed that over breakfast.
Over breakfast, okay.
Yes, I had a chili verde omelet and hash browns, and Marquina had the same thing. And
now
that's how we spent our day so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I got to step in here because I find this rather unacceptable, honestly.
Which part? All of it?
No, not all of it. Because I have a rule at my table. When people eat at my table, we first of all, we don't have cell phones at the table.
Yeah.
Everybody leaves their cell phones. Everybody gets a spot at the table. I don't care if it's 50 people or 5 people. Everybody's getting a spot. And then third and foremost, most importantly, I'd say, is we don't talk about, anal fissures. We don't talk about poop
Well, we can
and
now.
vomit at my dinner table. And I just wonder, how in the world have you gotten to a place where you feel it's acceptable to discuss these topics at your table?
Well, Daniel, I hear the haughty tone in your voice.
I do
and
too.
The thing is, that's a sign of privilege, to be honest with you, because you obviously have had a privileged life to where you didn't have any of these problems because you're a white heterosexual cisgendered man. And so you don't deal with those types of problems. I mean, we're just a couple of lesbians and some gay men, and we're discussing sex, and and unfortunately, those things are part of our sex life. And yeah, if we were privileged enough to not have those problems, I guess we wouldn't have to discuss.
Oh, that's not the right button. Wish the producer would learn to do his job properly.
I'm gonna have to put some sticky notes on each one of those.
Yeah, right. Anyway. So yeah, I just don't know, man. That's a bridge too far for me. It's like, if yes, I hate to break it to you, but yeah, some of us do have those issues. We still do suffer with hemorrhoids and anal fissures, and sometimes we stick things in our butts too for just for funsies.
Oh.
Just for funsies, not in a gay way, just for funsies.
Who's this we shit?
You were there. You remember my wife, you, me, the kids. We were all anyway. So we were doing that, and then what we did is we did those things at the dinner table. We just don't talk about them at the dinner table. You see, that's an etiquette thing. After the last person has taken their last bite, we'll talk about it. Then it's open for discussion. But until that point, no. It is a anti-First Amendment free speech zone as far as I'm concerned in my house.
But I do appreciate that. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing, Daniel. If I was ever honored enough to receive an invitation to your home, I would adhere to your rules regardless of what they are, because I am a diverse person, and I understand different cultures do different things. And it would really, I would really respect those rules in your home.
Well, so speaking of diversity and different cultures and whatnot, would you care to explain the feather that you have going on here?
Yes, please do.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. You know what? Like I said, I am honoring the Native American. So often, Thanksgiving is revolved around, they claim it's, to show, it was an act of friendship, and the Native Americans, broke bread with the Pilgrims and stuff. Yeah, that's quite a fairy tale. And I loved, I wanted to honor the Native American. I did. Because all we hear about is turkeys, and like I said, the Pilgrims, the pillagers, the apple pie, the pumpkin pie. And you know what? There are people who sacrificed for us to have this day. And a lot of them did. And so this is me paying honor and paying homage to the Native American people.
So
is it a sacrifice if you're killed? No, like if you like, isn't a sacrifice something you kind of voluntarily give up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm being a victim of white men coming through and slaughtering my entire village, I wouldn't consider that a sacrifice per se.
Right. I mean, it's yeah, I understand. What would the other word be? A victim? And I don't want to make
a genocide.
Yeah.
And you know what? I doing some research. They like to talk about slavery in the United States and everything, and the white man. And you know what? I don't like that white men get that credit. Slavery has been an institution that has been around forever. And in fact, Native Americans practiced it with other Native Americans in this country. So I don't want all of the credit.
Oh my!
I don't want all that credit to go to Europeans. I mean, come on.
You just blew.
We give them credit for everything.
You literally just blew my mind right now. I'm sitting here thinking.
I'm glad Billy or Hogatha blew your mind, other than other things. But
I'm super upset, because all the time, we're getting called racist all the time, fascist, racist.
Oh my God, it's
everything under the sun.
Yes.
We're getting called this, but to think that just the very act of being able to be called a racist is in fact a symbol of white privilege.
Yes,
dude.
Well, because
I'm going to embrace my racism and white privilege.
White privilege was just a total made-up fantasy until just right now.
Well, they credit these stupid Europeans for everything. They put so much. Oh, the white man did this and they did that. Well, honey, give yourself some credit. You were slave owners too. I mean, come on. I mean, you have some strength and power in your own culture. Stop admiring and noticing and talking about the strength of another culture. Talk about your own.
What's a level like you hear about everybody being woke? What's the level above that? Like, because that's you right now. You are the level above woke. Like God, ascension, I some kind of like woke ascended, like some kind of like some kind of, I don't know, an Indian hoagie, like
Indian hoagie. What the fuck was that?
Yogi. I meant yogi.
Yogi. Hey, boo boo.
Like you've reached some kind of level of enlightenment that I think most people who are consider themselves woke will never hope to reach.
Well, when you've spent so much time, being worried and concerned about others, as I have, it just comes natural, really. You start to see, the cracks in the foundation, and I don't know, maybe super woke. I like the transcendent wokeness. I don't know, but we're always improving as people, and of course, there's going to be something bigger than woke one day. I mean, right now, woke is like the level we'd all love to attain to, but soon enough there will be a bigger one, and you noticed it.
Well, so, if you were, I'm flattered. You could be red pilled before, and then and after red pilled, then you're woke. So I'm thinking that whatever comes after that, so we need to come up with our own term for that. Yeah, right, super woke.
Right. So I really have to ask: was this whole attire and headdress, was this approved by Elizabeth Warren?
I'm not part of her tribe.
No.
The funny thing is, are you native to Tennessee?
I'm not. No.
I'm not a native at all. I'm just white. Just white.
Yeah, but like I'm called a native Californian, right? Because I was born here. But California is in the United States of America, but yet I'm not a Native American. I'm Native Californian, which I think is kind of odd.
Is that another tribe name that I've never heard of? The Californians, the Apaches.
Yeah, the Californians. Yeah. I don't live far from an Indian casino. I mean, I love the Native Americans. I do. I mean, they really can, when they want to, they can build a good casino. So I've been to some in New Mexico that were just dumps. They were basically a tent, a glorified tent. But here in California, we have skyscrapers with video screens all over the building, like in Vegas.
See, I was concerned that you would be considered to be culturally appropriate, cultural appropriation with your feather and this getup you have, but I'm wondering if maybe your lesbianhood is, and the fact that you have a vagina,
a clitoral tunnel.
A clitoral tunnel. I wonder if those are the things that are keeping people from calling you out for cultural appropriation. Is that?
It could be, and they might recognize that I might be two-spirit as well. The two-spirit, the homosexual, they consider it a blend, so you have two spirits. And maybe that's it. I don't know. I mean, I don't walk out like this. I'll be honest with you.
You should.
I'm doing it to honor, because I was told it was a Thanksgiving show. Maybe appropriating would be I'd wear it every day. I'm just appreciated rather than appropriated.
I wish somebody maybe that is the definition of cultural appropriation. I'm really concerned and confused all the time because
it doesn't take much, Daniel.
If I'm gonna wear, sometimes I want to wear dreads. I have this.
You want to get them in your beard?
No, I want to get them in my real hair. I want to wear dreads. I mean, I'm balding, so that's part of the problem.
They have weaves for that, dude.
But even just me, the act of me walking into a weave store is cultural appropriation, according to some.
Oh well.
You know what I mean? And I'm really concerned. If I only do it one day, though, that's okay?
Yeah, because you're appreciating and honoring. But I guess if you do it every day, then you're really sort of wearing the culture and living it. And, you have to know your place, Daniel. I imagine, are you kind of Irish?
Yeah, maybe? Yeah. I got some Irish in me, yeah.
Yeah, so you would be perfectly okay to, wear the black shoes with the buckles and the green stuff, the leprechaun stuff.
That's leprechauns. That's completely. That's
carrying a box of Lucky Charms with you,
dude. That's kind of offensive. That's a whole nother race. Irish and leprechauns are two different races.
Don't we have something that we need to discuss?
We do.
Yes.
You know what, Hogatha? I don't know if you remember last time, but one of the things that we do on our show is we have a segment called the Phobismist, and it's combined of phobe, ism, and ist.
Okay.
And it's our job to explain to the audience why they should be offended. We are professional outrage merchants, and we want to inform people why they should be offended by seemingly mundane things.
You should be really good at this.
Right.
Okay.
So
I'll try it.
I'll tell you what. Let me get something queued up while you guys talk about. I want to know what your Thanksgiving plans are this year. Let me get something queued up real quick.
Okay.
But
so what are your plans for Thanksgiving this year?
A lot of Gladys. I'm going to Gladys's house with Marquina.
Okay.
Gladys is sort of my surrogate grandmother. She was my grandmother's friend, and my grandmother, she's kicked the bucket. So all I have is Gladys left. So I go to Gladys's and spend holidays with her. So it'll be me, Marquina's mother, and then Gladys. What do you want?
You should really wear this thing that you got going on in the headdress to Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe snap some pictures with the family with it.
I got this too. Look.
Now, see, that's cute. That is so adorable. That almost looks like something that my child would make in elementary school.
Isn't it cute? Yeah, I got it on Amazon. And you know what? Because people send me presents.
Oh yeah.
And somebody sent me this today. They sent one for me and Marquina. It's a hat.
Well, you could also wear that too at dinner.
Right. I mean, I don't know if this is respectful, because this is it's a dead animal. Really, I'm wearing on my head.
Well, I mean, you could always wear something like that and do a spread on the bed, and that Marquina take pictures of you.
Oh, yeah, she could slather cranberry sauce all over.
There you go. So a little gravy in the belly button, just something to really get the audience going and have them, see something tasty for a change.
She can massage my breasts with mashed potatoes.
Dude. Well, yeah. I mean, there you go. I mean, that's just an option.
So hot.
Are you getting turned on, Daniel?
I am. I'm trying to focus over here, and you're not making it easy. I'm not going to lie.
But, Anthony, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I am actually spending Thanksgiving with my girlfriend's parents and her family. So we're actually going to shut down 4 days at where I work. So it'll be nice to actually have some time off, because I've been working anywhere between 6 to 7 days a week. Oh, so wow. Yeah, we're just going to hang out with the family and eat a bunch of food, and as you call it, have FATSgiving. So it'll be good.
I love that, FATSgiving. Now, God, you've been doing a lot of work. Has that really been cutting into your bedroom time, Anthony?
It has, but I try to get myself into the bedroom and pound the shit out of Becky and just really not get it over with, but it helps me sleep before I go to bed, and I have a pretty productive night at work. So yeah, it all works out. It really does.
I've heard men say that if they do that, it helps them go to sleep. And I've heard men, you were very respectful about it. A lot of men will say, like, they'll pound one out, before they go to bed to get them to sleep. But you were respectful about it.
Yeah, and if she's not available, I'll just go out and rub one out and take care of business and have a good restful sleep and go into work and big smile on my face and ready to get the day going. So.
I need to come hang out at your house for a little while. That sounds like a good day.
Why do you think I'm always in such a good mood? I'm always smiling. I'm always a happy-go-lucky kind of guy.
You know me. I'm literally never smiling. When you show up, you have to cheer me up and fluff me up like a fucking pillow.
I just give you a good reach around, and you're good for a couple.
You're right.
Of hours.
That does put a smile on my face.
It does.
Just long enough to barely make it through the Zoom call.
Yeah, you said he fluffs you.
Yeah, he fluffs me up like a pillow. That didn't have any sexual connotation, but it does now that you mention it.
It does.
So let's go ahead and head on over into our segment called The Phobismist. You ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let's see.
Phobismist.
All right, and today on The Phobismist, we would like to ask the audience, and maybe explain to the audience rather, why we should be offended by Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yes, Humpty Dumpty, that white, savage, egg-shaped man of an asshole that decided to climb up on top of a wall, fall down, get broke, and need fixed.
Get broke.
Yeah. So basically, let me. I'm gonna throw one out, and then I'll let maybe you guys throw one out, and we'll see what we can come up with. because I think there's a number of angles we can hit this. Okay.
From behind?
Yes, that's one.
Good.
So the first thing that comes to mind for me is Humpty Dumpty was sitting on a wall. And my question is, why was the wall there to begin with? If the wall wasn't there to begin with, we wouldn't even have this problem. You get what I'm saying? That's why walls are just completely offensive. They're completely racist. This guy would have probably been just fine walking along, minding his own business, but he comes up to a wall and has no choice but to climb over it.
That's true. Yeah, I was going to go, Humpty Dumpty, see, he sat on it. So that tells me he was taking a break. So he might have been loitering or trespassing too. But because he is white, he felt that he had the privilege to do it. And he fell. And it also shows that he was a privileged person because all of the king's horses and men put him back together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he must have been a very important person.
Oh, see now.
I would have thought that was like an orgy or something like that.
Well,
not really offensive, but
And if you remember the nursery rhyme, it says that all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Oh, you're right.
And you know what that tells? Do you know what that tells me?
Tried.
That tells me that yes, they tried, which also is an indicator of a poor healthcare system.
True.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a functioning healthcare system where people could actually afford to be fixed properly, then maybe Humpty would have been fine. But there's something even deeper and more insidious than that. Think about this: all the king's horses and all the king's men. Okay, who didn't have a shot at trying to put Humpty together again? All the king's women.
True.
Literally none of the king's women got a chance to try.
Well, that's very sexist.
Yeah, it's incredibly sexist. I mean, this nursery rhyme places horses above women. They don't even have opposable thumbs.
That's true. I'm also having the idea that I do notice that in the nursery rhyme they never state Humpty Dumpty's gender. And I don't know if that's important or not, but they always depict Humpty Dumpty as a man.
So they assume gender is what you're saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I never
would have thought of that.
Wow,
though.
you're right. They don't mention the sex of Humpty at all. Humpty could have been some kind of like amorphous, androgynous something, you don't know. You don't know. I mean, I don't know. If you're sitting on the wall and you're a giant egg, and I'm picturing this shape. If you do have testicles, you would not be sitting on a wall. You wouldn't be sitting anywhere.
Well, I mean, you could.
Not shaped like that.
No, that's the old, yeah.
So maybe Humpty was a woman.
Putin said he was gender neutral.
But also, Daniel, you were talking about him being white, and if not all eggs are white, but for some reason, when they have pictures of Humpty Dumpty, he's always, they. I'm going to call Humpty Dumpty they.
Okay.
They are always white, and so why would they assume that? When I don't know. Do they have pictures of the actual Humpty Dumpty? Is it like a Jesus thing where Jesus is actually an Arabic hairy Jew, and they depict him as like a Norwegian man?
All right, I got some comments from the YouTube and Facebook here, and I'm pretty sure that there's a theory running right now that Humpty Dumpty could have been a prepubescent boy because his testicles never dropped, so he could sit wherever he feels.
That's true. I agree with that.
People are getting good at this.
Yeah, I know. You guys are amazing. Also, Erica says maybe, just maybe, they didn't want to identify the gender because today they can be whatever they want to be.
Because he was yoke woke.
He wasn't. Because he wasn't.
Because he wasn't yoke woke.
He's part of the yoke culture.
That was good. I like that. I also feel that there might be an element of fat shaming or body shaming.
Go on. I'm listening.
Because they always make him fat or obese. And I don't know. And it's sort of they're not making fun of his weight per se. But why is it that they pick an obese character to fall down and get broken and to die?
Yeah, you make an excellent point. I honestly didn't think when we started on this journey that we'd be able to find so many problematic issues with this simple children's nursery rhyme. That seems
we will never look at this Humpty Dumpty ever again. The same.
Seems
we just
so
won't.
innocent, doesn't it? But but if you start digging deeper, it's really not. You guys, please stop saying Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme to your children. Stop teaching them this
very offensive,
this incredibly offensive nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show. All righty, so. Well, how'd you feel about that?
I thought it was very interesting, and I never thought about, I honestly think we should look at every nursery rhyme and completely ruin it for all kids.
Wait, no, we're not ruining it. We're just trying to protect them from these issues.
Right. We need to tear them down and create new ones.
Did you read that?
Damon Scott said from Facebook, was Humpty a Mexican trying to get over the wall, but Trump shot him down? No, Damon. In fact, that in itself was incredibly racist. I'm really surprised and appalled that you would say that. I mean, considering that Donald Trump wasn't even around during that day, unless, of course, you subscribe to some of these deeper, darker conspiracy theories where Trump is a time traveler, in which case it's very possible that Donald Trump was alive during the time of Humpty Dumpty, and Humpty Dumpty was, in fact, an illegal immigrant trying to jump a wall.
Boy, you're really reaching on that one, aren't you?
No. If you followed along with the conspiracy theories, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Well, and not only that, it's how it maybe he was, the fact that he assumed he was Mexican, leads you to think that he thinks that it's it's bad to be Mexican. Maybe he was white trying to get into Mexico. The wall works two ways.
This is true as well.
Humpty didn't
fall. And not
fall.
only Mexicans come over that border.
Humpty didn't fall. He was pushed. He was pushed during a peaceful protest.
He was pushed by the Democrats. Hey, speaking of that,
we got some suggestions for other nursery rhymes to cover. So maybe we'll consider that for next week.
So I gotta ask, given everything going on with the election, who did you vote for?
Twice. Who did you vote for twice?
Yes.
You know what? To me, the only person to vote for was Jo Jorgensen. A woman. I mean, groundbreaking right there. And the other ones, I mean, they have a lengthy record of racism that you can't deny. You just Google it up or YouTube it up, and you can find everything Joe Biden has ever said. They even have compilation videos of everything he's done in the past 47 years to be racist. And for him to get so many votes, really, it really lets me know how ugly the country is. That the Democrats of all people, the loving, diverse Democrats, they could not find it in their heart to nominate a person of color, a gay person, an Asian, a woman. They nominated a white, rich, old racist man, the exact thing they said they didn't want for the past 4 years. And they had a choice, and they could have voted for the first woman, Jo Jorgensen, and they decided not to.
Again.
That lets you know the racists in this country are the Democrats.
Again, another level of woke that I never expected out of you.
What about Kanye West? I mean, he's black. He had an interesting vision as far as running the country.
He actually is black.
Yeah. So I mean, why not Kanye West?
But he was running for vice. I think wasn't the president running above him named Rocky something?
Oh, that's right. I believe he was, wasn't he? I think he was.
He
wanting
was
to be vice president. Okay.
Hey, you got me, man.
Well, even vote for that ticket. I mean, it's Kanye West.
Of course.
That would have been an interesting.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the same guy that walked up on stage and just stole the show during that award ceremony?
Took that award away from Taylor Swift, I think. Yeah.
We've had a black man in the White House.
No, we haven't.
Well,
he was definitely a Muslim.
Like black.
No, he was a Muslim. He was half white, half Muslim. He wasn't even black. Everybody knows that.
Daniel,
just look at the birth certificate.
You brought
that
up
doesn't exist.
Muslim. Can I show you my new mask?
Wait, a Muslim mask?
Whoa.
Well, I live in California, and California. That's what some people call it. I don't know why they would call it something so ugly. But I bought a new mask. And I'm going to show you, okay? Because we have to wear these masks all the time, and it's just I might as well do something that's fashionable, fashion forward.
You're not going to ruin your makeup, are you?
Are we going to lose our live feed?
Oh no.
What's on the titties there? What do you got going on?
No, I wanted to be modest for you guys.
I know
you have a family show. I know that.
Yeah, we're very family friendly.
Oh yes,
very family friendly.
We're up there with Family Guy.
We're even more family friendly than Full House. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Oh fuck me.
Here's my new mask. You see that? Now, I want you to notice. Not only does it protect you, it protects you from my coughing. But also what it does is it protects me from the sun.
Oh my God.
It protects me from the sun. I don't have to wear makeup if I don't want to. I don't have to wear sunscreen. And I'm fully protected from Rona.
Do me a favor. Say, silence, I kill you.
Say what?
Say, silence, I kill you.
Silence, I kill you. And then I could wear my glasses over. See that?
Oh.
Wait, dude. It just dawned on me. I've never seen a Muslim woman wearing glasses in her burqa.
I can't.
Well, are they even allowed to?
That's not
men even allow them to have eyesight.
That's not a burqa, is it? What is that called? That piece of head.
It's a hijab.
I'm sorry?
A hijab.
A hijab, yeah.
And look at for added mystery. Look.
Oh, I like that. Is that for funerals?
I don't know, but what it does,
it's for weddings.
For weddings.
No, but it protects my eyes.
So no mosquitoes.
No mosquitoes.
Right.
But look at this, you guys.
Okay. God, this is great. You're representing so many cultures right now.
I can't. It's warm here.
Like I'm having cultural overload right now because of all the cultures you're representing right now.
Well, you know what? Why not? Why not?
LGBTQ, Muslims, Native Americans, NMOP.
This is going to get us banned on all platforms.
This is great. I love it. And listen, God, I am so sorry for those of you who are listening on the podcast version of this. You're really missing out. You need to wait a minute.
Please go to dinner like that.
There's something really kind of, I don't know, KKK about it. I don't know.
Well, do they have those in white and pointy?
I don't know. They're very similar, I'll tell you that.
All right.
What I gather.
Now, what I learned from Django is the eye holes on the KKK hoods are always misaligned.
Why? Are they misaligned? Like the cockeyed or what?
Yeah, like the holes are just never quite line up. I just learned that from Django, the movie.
You know what? Marquina loves that movie.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. So funny.
Yeah, it's hers too, but she also loves the what's that one called? Blazing Saddles. I had never seen that before until me and her got together.
Yeah.
And when she played that movie for me, I was so uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. The words they use.
Oh, if you think that's bad, I just watched Blazing Saddles recently and understand, I guess, why they can't do it nowadays, but it really drives me nuts because people don't realize that movie was actually making fun of racists. It's not in and of itself racist.
I'm finding that we're becoming a less sophisticated society.
I don't know. If you go back and watch Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, that was one I'd never saw before.
Yeah, I've never seen
that. They had some lines in there that I was like, wow, I can't believe that was ever a thing. But then again, if you want to say we've become less sophisticated now and you go back and watch Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, you'll understand that we've probably been about the same.
But it's almost like what's funny now? Like what are you allowed to laugh at?
You know what's missing is
you wearing that again?
Yeah. You know what's missing from comedy?
I can't stop. I was like, no, oh my God.
Dude, you remember the Naked Gun movies? That kind of slapsticky comedy that you ever seen the Naked Gun movies or like Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen and Hot Shots Part 2. Oh my God, I miss those kind of movies that just real slapsticky, just things are going on in the background while the characters are talking, and you're like, what the? Like, I miss that. I want to see some more movies like that with like Leslie Nielsen and stuff.
Oh, I loved Airplane.
Yeah, Airplane was hilarious.
Oh, I loved it when the mother from Leave It to Beaver, she could speak jive. She spoke jive to the African American gentleman.
I just snorted.
I'm pretty sure that can't be happening again. People who got too sensitive for that, and it'll never pass it'll never pass. Sorry, it'll never pass the Hollywood elites.
I can't remember last time I've laughed this hard on the show. Oh my god, I can't wait to the clip or the crop up.
You can't even get a word out. Oh my god, you can't.
I laugh so, dude. I was in tears, man. Hogatha, that was fantastic.
So I did want to ask you. There's a special rule. Speaking of rules that we have in our house, and I was just curious what your thoughts are on this. If this is something you could get on board with. Normally, as the adult and as the parent, I'm the one that sets the rules in the house. But recently, my children are the ones that set a new rule in the house, and I signed off on it because I thought it was a good idea. And the rule is this: if you have an animal sleeping on you, like a dog or a cat sleeping on you, it is illegal for you to get up. Like, you cannot get up until that animal moves. Well, I guess as an example, like say mom or dad calls you to come, clean up something, or mom, whatever. The new rule is if there's a cat sleeping on them, they do not have to get up and come in the other room.
So the cat really is the one with the privilege.
Yeah, I guess it would be a privilege for the cat, which, I mean, I kind of feel like they deserve it at this point, don't they? I mean, how long they've been...
That's how it works in our household, too. In fact, between me and Marquina, we have a little heated blanket for the cats, and they'll sleep there. And sometimes they'll sleep on us. But I'll tell you what it does is it kind of gives Marquina an excuse to not have sex with me. She's like, well, honey, the cat. It's like, oh, okay.
Got another pussy in the bed, I mean, you can't compete with that, right?
Oh, so, I guess I have no sex during winter, because the cats, use you for your body heat, really. They don't really love you.
Well, I mean, and winter sex is so bad. It dries out your skin so bad. So Marquina's probably doing you a favor, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, but you know how her people are. She has lots of cocoa butter and things like that. So we stayed pretty moisturized.
Well, but I mean, you do have beautiful skin, and I saw your makeup tutorial, or your healthy skin tutorial you put out.
Oh,
did you see that one?
Yeah.
You both have lady friends, right?
We do.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And are they of menstruating age?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What you do is, now I'm going to show you. This is old, but I can rehydrate it. At my lesbian prayer circle, I get the pads, right? And what I do is I use them as a mask on my skin. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've actually gotten better looking. My rosacea is gone. Menstrual blood has a lot of healing properties. And I got this from my lesbian prayer circle, and I got 2 left. And they're pretty dried out and crunchy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak them and use them as compresses on my face, on the acne. If you notice, I'm getting a couple more spots back.
Yeah, I see that.
It's been gorgeous.
It was amazing. For anybody who's not seen the video, like, Hogatha had some terrible rosacea. She puts these things and rubs it on her face, and then by the time she cleaned it off, it was gone. It's just gone. Like a big, giant, throbbing. It was literally speaking my name when I watched the video. By the end of the video, in 10 minutes, it was gone. Like it never existed.
And the funny thing is, I know this isn't for the faint of heart, and we wouldn't be talking about
No.
this at your dinner table, Daniel. But
Yeah.
the thing is,
do you think maybe it would help with growing facial hair? Because some men have.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
You knew where this was going.
I knew exactly where this was going. Fuck you, dude. Making fun of my ass. I can't grow a goddamn beard. I'm almost 40 years old and I can't grow a beard.
I'm trying to help you.
I don't give a shit.
I'm being nice.
But you kind of have the Fred Flintstone shadow.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't grow a beard.
No, I can't. This right here is probably, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. It's probably a little over a month. This is it.
Yeah.
This is the most I'm working with.
Nothing
here.
on your chin itself, like under the lip?
No.
Nothing. Just gone.
I have like barely any armpit hair. I have hardly any hair on my arms, my legs. For being an Italian, you think that, most Italians are really hairy. I'm not.
Have you seen how like slightly post-pubescent boys will have facial hair growing on their face that they think it looks good, but it really doesn't? It's not like that, but that would be funny if it was. I said it's not like that.
You seriously haven't shaved in a month?
Yeah, I haven't shaved in a month.
Oh God,
me either. Me either.
I haven't shaved. I would say maybe in a week. My hair don't really grow that much either. I mean, I do have body hair, but so you don't even have to trim your bush. No,
like when I manscape, I'm good for about 5 years.
I notice a lot of men, and I look at the magazines and movies. They like to trim around it, and I think sometimes they do it to make it look bigger.
I just don't grow any hair.
Yeah, Marquina describes men with a big bush. She says it looks like a fur coat with a button on it. When you look at the penis area, it'll look like a fur coat with a button. So the button is like the little mushroom head.
Honestly, sometimes I have to actually let mine grow out so it's not so intimidating for women.
Wait a minute. So you're a grower, not a shower?
No, I have to let it grow out because I don't want to scare women away. I don't want to intimidate them, so I have to let it grow out so it has the illusion that it's smaller than it actually is. Yeah, true story.
Keep telling yourself
wow.
that.
Yeah, true story. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That must be really, and it's funny. A lot of men would think that would be a gift from the goddess to have a large penis.
No, it's really not.
I've heard some horror stories about men who really don't have satisfactory sex lives because the women can't.
Yeah.
The only thing I've gained from it, or not really gained, but the problem I have is just walking a little bit bow-legged. But that's been about it.
Yeah, it really depresses me honestly when Anthony's over here got his hand on my thigh trying to keep me from going all the way in, like ow, 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 like that. Yeah, I understand.
You can buy. You know what? Here we go. You can buy butt plugs. They're trainers. They're called trainers. Marquina tries to put this in me, and I just refuse because it's shaped like a penis. I can have an object in me that's not shaped like a penis. Now, I will go for this. I will go for this one.
So now, why the distinction? Why can't it be shaped like a penis?
Because if I'm going to have an artificial penis in me, it's almost like a vegan eating vegetables that taste like a dead animal. Why not just eat a dead animal? So I'm not going to put a fake penis in me because to me that would be respecting a real penis. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. It just didn't make sense until you explained it. But a vegan eating. What did you say?
Did you hear that?
I want you to notice the little ears of the bunny. You see them?
I can hear it too.
Yeah. Is that vibrating?
Yes, it's vibrating. Now what happens is I put this in my bottom.
Yeah.
Arquina put this in my bottom the other day.
Which side?
This side, right here, the big one.
Oh, okay.
And this one will go on my clit. You see the little fluttering ears.
The clitoral tunnel.
Yes.
Right.
Now this is after she has to push the fupa down so the clit pops out.
Oh.
But this
this
actually feels really good. It took me a while to accept this in my bottom. But with lots of lube, it works out. Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go. It has 3 settings on it.
I love the fact that you have 2 of those just sitting within arm's reach of you for the show. That in and of itself.
Are you doing videos on Pornhub?
I have this is really my bedroom. I'm in my studio is also my bedroom. And so, I can touch my bed right now. I'm touching my bed. This is where the magic happens right here. Me and Marquina. But
only during summer months.
I have a very small space. You guys, I want to show you this. Look I have my own prayer candle.
Oh, that's interesting.
What? Oh
wow,
my God,
that is
so
you.
Cool.
You like that? Yeah.
I had no idea you were Catholic.
I'm not. I'm not. Somebody else sent it to me, and it was a gift.
Wait. So instead of rosary beads, you have like anal beads?
I'm really turned off by anal play, because I think that's something maybe gay men do. I have no need. I don't have a prostate up there. That's something men do. But I'm all about. I just want to be treated like a woman.
Well, some women have prostates too.
I noticed when I'm getting comments.
Daniel, thank you so much. You know what? You caught me. You caught me.
Yeah.
And thank you for bringing that to my attention. And I want to do better. So I apologize to any women out there who have prostates. You matter. You matter too.
Women with prostates matter. That's kind of a long hashtag, so I don't think we'll be able to get anybody on board with that one.
Yeah.
Excuse you. You notice that the comments, nobody's commenting? That's weird.
Yeah.
Normally they do.
Everybody's still hanging out in the comments, or did I just lose y'all?
Are they frozen? You know, that happens to me sometimes.
Oh, there it went. We're laughing too hard to type. I accept your lack of commenting.
I was gonna say normally this chat is normally pretty free flowing.
Sometimes we have issues and sometimes technical difficulties, and
we just want to make sure that we didn't lose our connection anywhere.
That was starting to feel like one.
Oh man! All right, so for the ones that are still on, and if you haven't joined us at the beginning of the show, here at the end of the hour, we're going to keep Hogatha on, but we're also going to do a live private Zoom call with Hogatha. Now, in the description, there's going to be 2 links provided for Discord and also Telegram. To find that link for the Zoom call, this will be your chance to come in and have a conversation with Hogatha. Everybody that joins, we do ask that you mute your audio so nobody's talking over everybody. And we will try to get through as many people as we can, up to 2 minutes to conversate with Hogatha. So that's just something to look out for here in probably the next 15, 20 minutes. So you might want to go ahead and download Discord or Telegram if you don't have it, and find Unframe of Mind, and then we'll drop the link for the Zoom call for everybody to join. Like I said, just mute your audio, and we look forward to seeing you guys over there and having the chance and the opportunity to speak with Hogatha. And if you want to talk to our dumbasses, you're more than welcome to. So
I'm not talking to nobody.
No.
How do you guys like Telegram and Discord, was it?
Oh,
I love Discord.
For me, it turns out, this change is hard, obviously, but everybody's used to kind of using Facebook. Well, Facebook has kind of been an abusive relationship for us lately. Right. So,
I get it.
we just I don't keep abusive people in my life. And I figure a social media company shouldn't deserve special privileges just because they're great in bed. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So what we've done is we've gone over to Discord, which turns out to be even better for community type things.
There's so many different channels.
We can set it up however we want. People can subscribe and follow whatever topics they want. It's just so much fun, and there's so much more versatility in the platform.
So you can go live there.
I've seen people go live and do podcasts from Discord, but I haven't figured out that yet. At some point, I'm sure we will. We've actually taken live calls through Discord before.
Yeah, we have.
That's something I'd like to do some more of. And
so basically, on Discord, you have Unframe of Mind, the community, and in that community, you have different channels. Channels for announcements, general conversation, politics, LOLs, even recipes. So there's a little bit of everything.
We got a music chill and chat.
Yeah.
Voice channel that we can. Sometimes I'll put on some music and be singing along, or other people can get in there and put on some music, and we can just enjoy music together and stuff like that.
Neat.
Yeah. So I mean, if you don't want to discuss politics, if we have a lot of women in the group, so if they want to exchange recipes, they can get on there and do that. So
I muted family. That channel. I don't care about that one.
Why'd you mute it?
I muted recipes channel. I don't care about recipes.
Well, the women like it.
I know, that's fine. So they can have it. I muted it for me.
Oh, you muted it for yourself.
For me.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
For me. Yeah.
So it's just a great community of people, that want to interact with other members, and we're just glad that we were able to give them a platform to do it on.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I signed up for Parler.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be. It's not what I want, but I don't see a community type of. It's kind of almost like Twitter in a way.
Yeah, Parler is more of a Twitter alternative.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not set up like Facebook.
If you want a Facebook alternative, that's more like Minds.com.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Minds is where at the end of the year we are shutting everything down on our Facebook, and we're officially going to be going, full time over on Minds. We are also going to be talking with Bill Ottman, who's the CEO and co-founder of Minds. We're going to try to do it to where at least once a month we get monthly updates on the progress of his social media platform. So to have that connection with him, to know what's going on, it better helps us to understand the social media platform. That way people who are not familiar with it can ask us, hey, what is Minds about? What kind of goes into it? And, so we tell them. So
William says Minds, M-I-N-E-S. No, it's M-I-N-D-S, like your mind, minds.com.
Mm-hmm.
And we're over there at Unframe of Mind, and I'm sure Miss Hogatha will be over there soon. Before we wrap up, I do want, yes, thank you, Becky, for posting that link in the comments. Before we wrap up, I do have a very important question that needs addressed like now. You had some issues with anal leakage in the past, and I'm really curious if you've had any progress with that, because I have a feeling that I might be starting down that path that you described earlier.
No, I think it's going to be for the rest of my life. In fact, it's just going to get worse.
Of course it is.
Daniel, I'm going to let you know something. You guys, you ever hear of the radio people, Opie and Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't, because there's one of you is Anthony. I always think of Opie and Anthony.
I think one of them's a racist. So
I think it's Anthony, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely a racist.
Yeah, I think, and they broke up, and they were a great team. Do you know Jim Norton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved them. I thought his comedy was hilarious. I don't know if it is anymore, if he had to conform, to cancel culture, but it used to be. I loved his humor. But what was I? Oh, Daniel. What was I going to say to you?
You were trying to describe how your anal leakage is getting worse, and that kind of terrifies me, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah, and you don't look like an overweight man. I mean, maybe you do.
Well, I hide it under this orange vest weekly, so
no.
Well,
he is very small.
Having extra weight on you will add pressure to the bowels, and it will aid or contribute to the anal leakage. The heavier you are.
This is our health advice segment of the show, by the way.
Brought to you by Hogatha.
The anal leakage, it's unpredictable. It starts out with sharding. Where you think you got some gas in there, but you misjudge. And a little poop comes out.
Right.
Or when you fart, it's like a spray. And it leaves like an aerosol mark on your underwear.
Did you just shit yourself?
Well, I'm still like lost on. You said no, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I would admit it. I'm not ashamed. Did you just leave me here to try to prove me wrong by sniffing? Did you just Biden me right now?
Dude, you shit. You just shat.
I didn't shit. Hey, I'm just curious. You said sharding, and it sounded like you had a D versus a T. Sharting versus sharding.
Shart.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was just from where you're from, like as a native Californian, if that was just how they said sharding, which was really confusing because that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, I may have misspoke. It's shart. Yeah, we say the T. I guess I have a lazy mouth.
You do have a lazy mouth.
It's
it starts out with
falling
sharding on the corner,
things like that. But then eventually you can't control it anymore.
Yeah.
So then you gotta you either gotta double up on your underwear or put a pad on. And hopefully you don't got to deal with that for the rest of your life.
Listen, I appreciate that because I was really concerned, and I'll just try to keep my weight under control. So the general advice that you're giving tonight is, and I know you are a medical professional and you are certified to give medical advice. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So we got a health issue of keep your weight down, and the sharting will remain under control, hopefully, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if you're a woman. I'm assuming you're with a woman.
Well, not right now. I'm with Anthony.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In your personal life, your sex life.
Like after the cameras.
Some people. Yes. The person you sleep in bed with, other than the cat.
Yeah, Anthony again.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people. Marquina is a feeder, okay, and part of her sexual arousal toward me is my obesity, and I did put a beastity. She enjoys it, so it really, her pleasure brings me daily pain, but it's all worth it. I keep my weight up for her. I keep. It's a lot of work to do this and to keep this body going like this.
That's really good.
That anal leakage going. So
well, I'll tell you what. If you want to tell folks where they can reach you, and I'll give you the floor for a moment to tell them that. That was awkward. Just talk, Hogatha, would you?
Yes, you guys can find me on Facebook, Hogatha Sisty, Hogatha, Hogatha, Sisty, like a cyst on your asshole. CYS, Sisty, TY. You could also find me on Instagram, Hogatha Sisty, same thing. YouTube, Hogatha Sisty. I was on Twitter, but I got banned because I called Chelsea Handler a skank. So I'm not on there anymore. So I'm waiting for my account to not be suspended. I called her a racist skank. I did, because she tried to tell 50 Cent how he's supposed to think. And she said, you're black. I had to remind him he's black. Really, really white woman who knows everything, obviously more than what he knows. I mean, come on. Give me a break. He's made more money than her, and he's more famous than her. Who does she think she is?
All right, listen, I appreciate you being our guest today. It's always a pleasure every time. I always learn so much from you, and I look forward to doing it again sometime.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, and I thank you for supporting my channel, and I'm always here to support you guys. I love what you do, and thank you so much.
All right. Now, if anybody wants to join us for that Discord call, or I'm sorry, that Zoom call, I will be dropping the links in the Discord chat and the Telegram chat, as well as the Facebook group chat here in just a moment as soon as we log off here. So you guys have been watching another episode of the Unframe of Mind show, where we have uncomfortable conversations without a condom, and this has been no different.
Never.
I'm Daniel Wagner.
Anthony Trewick.
All right. And I'll see you next, Friday. If I can figure out where my mouse